Good Wednesday morning, racing fans. Mike here from horseracingbarns.com. It's Florida Derby week, big week ahead. Also Louisiana Derby on Sunday. Two major preps here for the Kentucky Derby with just 5 weeks till the first Saturday in May. We ended last week on a high note. We hit the pick 5 on Saturday, as I said earlier, and then we hit it again on Sunday. The Saturday one paid $270 something, and the Sunday one was come back $639.05 for a $48 investment. So hopefully everybody's got some money in their bank accounts, and we're ready to tackle Florida Derby week. Wednesday's card is not one of my favorites. It's not any good races really. One good maiden race is about it. No allowance races. A lot of cheap claimers. Probably wouldn't spend a whole lot of time on this card today because I'm sure we're going to have some great races over the weekend. 7 stakes on Saturday. Should be a tremendous card on Saturday. But we'll dive in here and see if we can pick a couple of winners. The first race today is a bottom level 8,000 claimer for on a mile on the main track. I'm going to go with just a 5 in here, and that's Peter Walder. The horse ran second last time out off a layoff since August. At this level, Rajiv Mirage gets on the horse. He's searching for a win here. He's had a good meet. Probably doesn't care if they claim this horse. I'll just go with him, and he's probably going to be the favorite. So we'll just single there and move on. Race 2 starts our early pick 4, and in this race, it's a 5 furlong turf race for 30,000 claimers, non-winners of 3 lifetime. I like 2 horses in here. I like the 2 Sustainable Forest for Jane Sabelli. She just claimed this horse for 30 and is going to run him back at the same distance. He ran pretty good. A couple of horses in here beat him, but she's pretty good off the claim, and she's had a great meet. We'll use the 2. Also like number 6 in here. That's Spicy Salsa for another female trainer, Patricia Farrow. This horse ran second 2 back at the distance and for this level. There's some other ways you could go in here, but like I said, I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on this, so we're just going to go 2 deep. Race 3 is a maiden claimer, 12-5. Bottom level claimers. They're going 6 furlongs on the main. Gosh, I tell you what, this is a bad race. I'm going to go with number 8. It's going to be the likely favorite, and that's Vegas Trip for Dale Romans. Horse has made $20,000 in its career. That's more than the entire field has made. Like, he's probably going to be 4 to 5 or less, but it's this pick 4 can be not much to write home about. So we'll just single the 8 here. Race 4 is another 5 furlong turf race. This is allowance optional claimers for $75,000. I think you got to spread a little bit in here. This is a pretty evenly matched field. I'm going to use the 2 for Ready for Christophe Clement, the 8 to 5 morning line favorite. Broke his maiden first time out, came back and ran okay after getting away slow. Number 3 is Richmond County from my good buddy George Weaver. Second first time out off of layoff at this level. Should improve. Beat the 2 in that race. The 4 is Lost Decade. This is a horse for Terry Pompey. Broke its maiden last time at this distance. Has a right to improve. We'll use her. And bottom horse Martini Madness, who beat both Richmond County and Ferretti last time. Got to use those 4, I think. Try to beat that 8 to 5 shot. He might not be the favorite. Then we'll move on to the 5th, which is the last leg of this early pick 4 at Gulfstream. And we're going to go 2 deep in here as well. I like the 1A. It's a part of an entry, and I don't like the 1. So if the 1A scratches, you might be able to play the 1, but I think the 1A is the better of the 2. Also like number 4 in here. That's Vos de Leon for Jessie Campitelli. I like Jessie. She's a good trainer. She's had a better than average meet here. This horse taking a big drop from 25,000 down to 10. I think he's 2 deep in here. That 1A's name, by the way, is Palatine Hill, and he's getting blinkers and Lasix for the first time. A couple of things that that's a lot of changes off the claim, and the horse is taking a drop, but it's one of those races. Now race 6 starts our pick 5, and like I said, we've had the last 2 in a row, shooting for 3 in a row. This is a tough sequence of bad races, so don't go crazy here. I like number 1. It's a mile and a 16th race on the grass for maiden 35s. I like the 1 Lizzie Bear. A couple of good efforts, 2/3, and it's only 2 starts. Drop all the way down to the 11 horse. We've my next one in here. That's Hanali for David Vivian, coming from maiden special weights to maiden claimers. That's a positive move. Doesn't have a great turf pedigree, but it has run well, decently on grass before. And the other horse in here is Eddie Keneally trained Julian Leperoux, the jockey on the 12 Cause I'm Classy. Probable favorite in here. Taking a drop from maiden special weight to claimer. Well bred for the grass. We'll go 3 deep in here, 1, 11, and 12. Race 7 is the maiden special weight I spoke of earlier. It's not one of the great fields of maiden special weights that they have at Gulfstream. This one's 7 furlongs. I'm going to go just 2 deep in here. Like the 3 Down West for Elizabeth Gray. This horse ran a big race first time out. He might bounce a little bit. The number he ran wasn't all that good, so he could improve. A lot of times when they run a big race that first time out, they regress a little. He's probably going to be the favorite. I'm going to also use Todd Pletcher's horse in here. Number 9, Coral Glade. Made his debut on the grass at Saratoga last summer. Showed speed and then quit badly. Tried him on dirt. It's an unbridled song. Got great breeding. Gets blinkers off. Positive move for Todd. It's Todd Pletcher in the maiden race. You have to use him. You only use 2 there. The 8th race is a mile turf, $20,000 claimer. Now there's a 2 lifetime. Going to use 3 in here. Going to use number 6, and that's Indio Rooster. Like his race for $40,000 last time, dropping back to $20,000 this time. Off a little bit of a layoff. Has a good pedigree. I like him. Also number 8 in here is Asomo for Danny Miller. Horse been running a lot of races at this level. Hasn't broken through yet. Castanon stays with him. It's not a real good race. I think you got to give him a chance. And lastly in here, I like number 12, Carly's Real Deal. Is kind of in the same boat as the 10. He's been running at this level a lot and hasn't broken through, but deserves a chance. So we'll go 6, 8, 12 in there. Race number 9 is a mile and a 16th on the grass, $30,000 claimers. Non-winners to 3 lifetime. Well, we're seeing this a lot today. I'm going to go fairly deep in here. I like the 2 Millennium Lakes for John Service. Just won at this level last time out. Non-winners to 2 lifetime. Now non-winners to 3. Like the 3 Hugo Light as a little bit of a long shot. Gets apprentice jockey. 10-pound apprentice. Led all the way last time and got nosed out with Elvis Trujillo. Gets kind of a negative rider switch here, but will show speed. Like number 5 in here. Dax for Mark Hennig. Rajiv Marat. Horse just didn't seem to be able to break through. He's only had 1 start since November, and it was just okay, but deserves a chance. Number 6 is Shallengar for Ron Hess. Well-bred horse for the grass. Had 2 allowance efforts at Gulfstream. Now drops down to 30. Obvious contender. Number 8 is Absolute Power. 2 back, 1 wire-to-wire for Castellano. Gets him back today. Deserves a chance. And lastly, I'm going to use number 11. Chinglish. Recent claim by Michael Maker. Michael Maker's not one of my favorite trainers, but this is an angle that's good for him. He likes to claim horses, and he usually does pretty decently with them off the layoff. Great pedigree for grass. So we'll go 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 11 in here. Race number 10 is one of my favorites. A maiden 12.5 claimer. Ugh. Bottom of the barrel. 5.5 furlongs. It's going to be who can get the lead probably. The only horse that's shown that likes to run into money in this race is number 5, Nanita Blue. Third first time out, second next time out. Hasn't run since September. Gets Joe Bravo. You got a single somewhere. I'm going to single here. This is going to make our ticket a little expensive here, but if you cashed on Sunday, then this $54 ticket is going to be nothing to you. We'll go 1, 11, 12 with 3, 9 with 6, 8, 12 with 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 11 and finish it up with number 5 in that last leg. It's going to be a $54 ticket. Hopefully we hit that early pick 4, and that $54 you can just reinvest and try to make a decent score on this pick 5. I do believe it'll pay well if you're able to hit it. Want to wish everyone good luck. We'll be back Thursday and Friday leading up to Florida Derby Day on Saturday, and looking forward to a big day on Saturday. Great racing. We'll do a little bit on the Louisiana Derby for Sunday. And then we'll start shifting towards New York next week. Gulfstream Park only has one more week, and those races start to get a little cheap as the big-name trainers all move their stables north to either New York or Kentucky. So after the Florida Derby, we'll start looking at Aqueduct leading up to Belmont. And then, of course, this summer it's going to be Saratoga. And I don't know if you're familiar with Saratoga, but it's one of the premier meets in the nation, if not the best meet in the nation. All right, good luck to everybody. Go Big Blue all the way to the national title. May the horse be with you.